we're going to very quickly review prime and composite numbers. Prime numbers are numbers that only have two factors. They can only be divided by the number 1 and themselves evenly. Okay, so the number 2, the factors of 2 are 1 and 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. 2 times 1 equals 2. It only has two factors. Okay, a composite number, so prime has only two factors. A composite number has 3 or more factors. It means that there are other numbers that can go into it evenly. So it's divisible by other numbers than just itself and 1. So to determine if a number is prime or composite, you just have to see how many factors does it have. Once you get to 3 factors, you know it is composite. So you're just trying to see, is it divisible by anything other than 1 in itself? So if it's an even number that's larger than 2, then you know that it's going to be composite because it will be divisible by 1 itself and the number 2. So look at like number 4. I can do 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. So it has 1, 2, 3 factors. Even though 2 is in there twice, it's kind of a crazy looking 2. Even though 2 is in there twice, I can only count it 1 time as 1 factor. Okay, but look at the number 7. I know I can do 1 times 7. Is it even or odd? Odd. So then it would have to not be divisible by 2. Can 3 go into it? 3, 6, 9. No. Can 4 go into it? 4, 8. No. Can 5 go into it? Well, I know that. I don't even have to count because a number has to end with the digit 0 or 5 in order to be divisible by 5. Can 6 go into it? 6, 12. And we're already back to 7. So all you have to do is divide. You can also look at your multiplication chart. You can go through each number and see, does the number you're looking for show up on its line? If it does, then that's a factor of it. So for instance, like let's say I'm looking for all the factors of 15. Well, I know 1 times 15. I know it won't be 2 because it's an odd number. And then I can go 3. I look across, there's 15. So I know 3 is a factor. 3 and 5 are factors. What about 4? There's no 15, so 4 is not a factor. We already decided 5 was. 6, if I look across, no 15, so 6 is not a factor. 7 is not a factor because there's no 15 on there. 8 is not a factor, there's no 15. 9 is not a factor, there's no 15. And then I already know 10 is not a factor because 15 does not end in 0. So I can divide, I can count by myself, or I can use the multiplication chart to help me find out whether it's prime or composite.